Hi everyone. So I'm here to do the final installment of the Messy Mini Journal that I've been working on and having a blast creating in. It really is fun, and I hope you guys are making one too and enjoying the process as much as I have been. I'm going to go ahead and finish this last segment, and then I'll come back to talk some more and do a flip through to show you how all the pages have turned out. Okay, so we're done. I have added an elastic, a hair elastic just to keep my book closed. And all I did was I untied the bow here and just put the string through the, excuse me, through the elastic and tied the bow again. So fixed it so that the metal piece goes on the back and the piece without the metal is on the front. So here we go. Let's flip through and do some close-ups. Okay, some of this you have not seen yet. I've done just a little bit off camera, but I love this little sticker that I found in my stash that says, "To some, art is messy, to others, messy is art." I thought that was so perfect for the inside cover of my little book. So I just mounted it on a piece of scrapbook paper and stuck it inside the cover. Here's a little paper clip I had not added before. That's just got some yarns and a little tiny like heart jump ring. So I just attached it there. I thought it was kind of cute in the front. And I loved the way this kind of turned out. It's a shame it's backward, but I still think it's funny, and knowing how it just how it all fell together is kind of fun. So most of this you saw. I don't believe I did anything different. Nope, nothing different in here. I did the stitching you saw, just a little bit of hand stitching just for fun, just no other reason but to have another bit of texture in there. But I do love how these pages have come out. I just love this messy look. There's something about it that's just so appealing, you know. Y'all have to forgive my voice. It's just sinus issues going on. I'm not sick or anything. I love this messy, painty look. I did go back in on the last section here, and you saw how I had the palette knife. And what I was applying was just some black gesso, some white gesso, and also a little bit of this teal colored modeling paste. This was purchased at Tuesday Morning, so I don't know if this is still available anywhere or not, but it's pretty cool, and I love the color. And because I was applying it pretty thin, it dried really quickly, so I was glad about that because I had to keep turning the pages, keep adding stuff. So a lot of the words I had added off camera. Just as I found things, I went ahead and put them in so I didn't lose them. I've used this little emblem before. This is from a pack of washi tape, I believe, and I thought I really needed something to go on top of this little swatched area, but couldn't figure out what. And then I saw that and I was like, yes, that dark black just popped right in the middle of all that color, was perfect. So that's what I did there. I thought this ended up kind of funny. You know, first I did this, put the little tweet chirp in here with the speech bubble. And then I found these words that said, "Tell your secrets." So it's kind of as if they're telling secrets over here. So I thought that was kind of funny. So made me laugh. Hope it makes you laugh too. Just added this little button, found it in my stash when I was looking for the threads to do the stitching a minute ago, and I found that little button and I was like, oh, that'll look so cute with the white grid on it, just like the white grid I have on this page. And also I was glad to find that and put it on. It needed something else, and I think that's exactly what it needed. I did add the word "strike a pose" here for my little dancing kitty cat. And this little piece of ribbon I thought looked perfect with that black and white on this page. I love how that turned out. And didn't do anything different here. Oh, I added a little border here for this birdie who's in a hurry for the eggs to hatch. I thought that was funny too. I can't help it. Impatient mama bird. And I didn't do anything different to this page or these pages, although here you see a little purple clip, and that was on this side. Well, yeah, I did add that in the video. I do remember I did. These letters on the little blocks here said grow in white, and you could really not see it very well, so I went over it with a black pen, and then of course I smeared it unintentionally, but hey, it's a messy journal, so I don't care. And I just did scribbles and things. I love that page. I think it turned out really sweet. I love the doggy page with the, I found a paw stamp in my bunch of woodblock stamps, and so that worked out perfectly to put there. And then I had this little woof button that worked out good too, to put on top of this little flag I cut from scrapbook paper. And I love my little goldfinch on this page. I did add a border here, and I don't know if you could tell in the video or not, but I put a little crown on my bird, and it's a little hard to see, but when it catches the light just right, you can see I used a gold, what was that, a Sharpie, I believe. Let me see, here it is. Yeah, it's a gold Sharpie paint pen, and just dotted on the crown there, so it was a rubber stamp, and I stamped it in black and then did the gold on top, so I thought that turned out sweet. And then I love this one with the fish out of water. I thought that was fun. I actually found that phrase in a magazine, and so I cut it apart, and then I matted each word on different security envelope pieces, and so I think that worked out really cute. I love it. I love how it looks. And my little elephant, I also gave a crown. I think that's a Rolex emblem. I'm not positive, but I did cut it out of a magazine. And this is a little ribbon bow that I tied to put on his neck there. I don't have words yet for either of these pages. I haven't come across anything that will just fit it just right, so I'm going to wait. And I figure something's going to catch my eye at some point, and then I'll put them in. And on this page, this is a little metal charm with enamel on it, and I just glued it with some E6000. I glued it to the page. It was heavy, and this page was very flimsy, so I just glued it with the E6000 to the page, and then today I went over the face with Posca pen, and because you couldn't really see his little smiley face, so. And I love this little face. Little page. I did find the little smiley face sticker I had mentioned in one, I think the last video. I found the smiley face sticker, and then I found a hat for him. It was like a little ball cap style hat. And then I came across one of those little owls that I have that have been cut from gift wrap. I've used them in some of my videos before. And I had a tiny little owl with this little knit cap on, and I loved it so much, I decided to switch hats and put the little the knit cap on him. So I think that turned out sweet. I love that. And I added the little border and the little orange clip, which also shows up on this side. And this little piece right here is one of my really old pieces left from my border morsels that I did way back in 2016. And I think that was the very last piece of that particular one, and it matched my page perfectly, so I stuck it on. And there's a couple of places in here where you'll see these little triangles. I don't know. Yeah, the bird page, the goldfinch page, had a couple of them here and here and then here. And these are leftover pieces from the recent scrap tapes that I made. And I had stuck them on a piece of wax paper. And so many of them worked out perfectly in my little book. So I just stuck them in, and then I just, outlined them. And this little page, I added some tulip slick paints. That's these, or this. I added it in white right here, and I also went around the base in black. And it's hard to see it because I've already, you know, put some of that modeling paste over it. But it's pretty textured, so it feels really cool, you know. And I did that doodly outline on my flower. And originally this little strip right here was a blue painted paper, and something about the page just wasn't sitting right with me. I'm not sure, I wasn't sure what it was. And then I realized it was that blue right there. So this is another piece of my scrap tape. I just tore a piece and covered that blue, and then I liked it so much more. It just worked better. So that's what I was saying before. If you see something you don't like in something you're creating, change it. Just put something over the top of it or take it off or whatever. But you can change, make a new layer, whatever it takes. And keep going until you're happy with it. And then today I just colored in this this area. I had already drawn the lines here to represent like a table or surface for the pot to sit on. But all of this was the same as this background, and so I just colored over it with Pitt pen, and it kind of makes it look more like a table now, or surface that the pot's sitting on, so I like that. And over here I made another little morsel type border, and that was using some other sticker remnants. It says Avery, you know, stuff. It's like when I make my little circle stickers and things, and there's leftover pieces around the edges. And these all have, you know, the words and stuff on it, but it doesn't matter to me. That looks perfect for something like that. But you can see the little letters there. I love that. So I'm going to need to glue this little one down here a little bit more. I'll do that later. And then over here, after I had done this green, I realized there was a tear in my page, so I put a little piece of washi tape right here. It's hard to see it, but I flipped it around so you can see it a little bit better here because it's a lighter page. So I just added a couple little, you know, remnant pieces of washi tape onto this page. And you guys see I had outlined my little coffee cup image here. It's a dark one, but I really wanted to include it because it was such a cute, tiny little image. And then, yeah, just stitched on the page, and I think that's fun. And over here, having the strings over here and the extra black on the page looks really cool with this stuff that's on it, so I like that. This little word or phrase, I guess, right here was really big. It's about this big. And so I put it on the copier and reduced it until I got it down to a size that would look perfect with this small page. Because those colors were so perfect, so perfectly matched to my page, so I had to use it. So that's what I did. I just made a little tag out of some leftover packaging. And I think that made the page. It just works perfectly. Then I added the words "be creative," "make time," and pointed an arrow to the clock to make time to be creative. So, and then I added off camera, I added this little Starbucks logo that I had in my stash. I didn't like so much of the hand that was showing over here. It was just, I don't know, just a little bit odd looking to me. So I just put another layer on top with the Starbucks image and added a little bit more of that gesso and stuff with the palette knife, and then and a couple of pieces of that green washi tape also here and here, and then just stapled on little ribbons for a tab, and then a giant fun word fun here. I'm gonna outline it. I forgot to do that, and this has been a super fun page. I don't know if you'll be able to see any of this outline really with all these black lines behind here. Ooh, you know what I can do though is I can put some dots just on each one of the letters here, just for fun. it's so cute. I really had a blast. And I hope y'all have too. Hope you've created with me, and if you haven't, I hope you'll start one, because it's just, it's so, I don't know what word you call it, rewarding, fulfilling, I don't know, it's just so much fun to messily create something and have it turn out looking so cool. And so it is nice and chunky now and full of yumminess. And but it's manageable yumminess. It's a manageable thickness. It closes up real nicely and easily, and I couldn't be happier with it. So thank you all for playing along and watching. Really appreciate all of your comments. I always try to at least click the heart so that you know I loved your comment and I have read it, and I do appreciate it. And as we go into summer now, you know, my time is going to get a little bit shorter even still, but I'm determined to keep getting as many videos out as I can. I will certainly enjoy my family, but I do enjoy this too. So I do want to keep getting as much content out there for you guys as possible, and for my own enjoyment too. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy creating. So until the next time then, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.